For years, the narrative around the auto industry has been dominated by one idea. The internal combustion engine is living on borrowed time. Governments are tightening emissions rules. Automakers are pouring billions into EV platforms, and headlines regularly suggest that V8 engines are on the verge of extinction. But if you look closely at what General Motors is doing right now and what it has officially confirmed for 2026 and beyond, that story starts to fall apart. Instead of retreating from combustion engines, GM is quietly but aggressively investing in the future of the V8. From a $900 million commitment to next-generation truck engines, to factory-backed 1,000-horsepower crate motors, to dealer-sold supercharged pickups that rival supercars in output, GM is sending a clear message. ICE isn't over, it's evolving. In this video breaks down what GM's latest moves really mean, how specialty builders like specialty vehicle engineering fit into the picture, and why the V8 still plays a critical role in trucks, SUVs, and performance vehicles well into 2027 and beyond. GM's two-track strategy, EVs and extreme combustion power. One of the most misunderstood aspects of GM's strategy is the idea that EV investment automatically means abandoning gas engines. In reality, GM is running a two-track plan: electrification for passenger cars, urban mobility, and regulatory compliance; advanced internal combustion for trucks, SUVs, heavy-duty applications, and performance vehicles. From an engineering and business standpoint, this makes perfect sense. Full-size trucks and body-on-frame SUVs operate in environments where EVs still face serious limitations: towing range, cold weather performance, recharge time, and infrastructure gaps. According to powertrain engineers familiar with GM's roadmap, the company sees V8 engines as a long-term asset, not a legacy burden. The key is making them cleaner, more efficient, and more modular while preserving the torque and durability truck buyers demand. The halo effect. Why 1,000 HP engines still matter. At first glance, a 1,000 horsepower V8 might seem like pure excess, but in the automotive world, halo products play a crucial role. They showcase engineering capability, validate the strength of a platform, strengthen brand loyalty, and influence lower output production engines. GM understands this well. That's why its ecosystem now includes multiple legitimate 1,000 horsepower V8 options ranging from factory-backed crate engines to dealer-sold supercharged trucks. Let's start with the most outrageous of them all, the ZZ632/1000. GM's ultimate big block statement. The ZZ632-1000 isn't just another crate engine. It's a declaration. Developed by Chevrolet Performance, this 10.4L 632 CI naturally aspirated V8 produces 1,004 horsepower and 876 lb-ft of torque without turbochargers or superchargers. That alone makes it one of the most extreme production-based gasoline engines ever offered to the public. Why the ZZ632 is so important. From an expert perspective, the ZZ632 matters for several reasons. 1. Naturally aspirated at 1,000 HP. Achieving 4-digit horsepower without forced induction demonstrates extraordinary airflow efficiency, combustion control, and mechanical robustness. 2. Pump gas friendly. Unlike race-only engines, the ZZ632 runs on 93-octane pump gas, highlighting GM's focus on real-world usability. 3. Manufacturing confidence. The engine uses CNC machined high-flow aluminum cylinder heads with symmetrical ports, technology that feeds directly into future production designs. 4. Brand signaling. GM could have quietly phased out big block development. Instead, it refined and perfected one at the very moment competitors were downsizing. The ZZ632 may not end up in factory vehicles, but its engineering DNA influences everything from cylinder head design to valve train durability across GM's V8 lineup. SV and GM dealers. How 1,000 HP trucks exist in 2026. Here's where things get especially interesting. GM isn't building 1,000 horsepower trucks on its own assembly lines, but it is allowing them to be sold through GM dealerships backed by real warranties. That distinction matters. Understanding the SV relationship, Specialty Vehicle Engineering, SV, operates as a third-party builder, but its vehicles are ordered through GM dealers based on brand new GM trucks. Emissions compliant. backed by multi-year warranties. This model allows GM to offer extreme performance without disrupting mass production or regulatory certification. 1000 HP 2026 Yenko SC Silverado, a supercar in a pickup body. The 2026 Yenko SC Silverado is one of the most outrageous dealer-sold trucks ever conceived. Specifications: engine supercharged 6.2L V8 Gen V, output 1000 horsepower. Internals: forged steel connecting rods, forged aluminum pistons, high-output supercharger system. Transmission available with a 6-speed manual, an increasingly rare option. Production extremely limited, likely a few hundred units. Warranty: 3 years, 36,000 miles. Why experts take this truck seriously? From an engineering standpoint, this isn't a gimmick build. The forged internals and blueprinting processes are designed to handle sustained high loads, not just dyno runs. Performance analysts note that this configuration pushes the Gen V small block architecture close to its upper structural limits, yet remains street legal and warrantied. That speaks volumes about the underlying strength of GM's 6.2L design. 1000 HP 2026 Sport Edition Sierra HD Heavy-Duty Muscle Reimagined. SV didn't stop with half-ton trucks. For 2026, it introduced the Sport Edition Supercharged Sierra HD, aimed at 2500 HD and 3500 HD models. What makes this build unique? Engine: 6.8L Supercharged V8 Gen V-based architecture. Output: 1000 horsepower. Key components: blueprint engine block, 4,340 forged steel crankshaft, forged aluminum pistons. This configuration is particularly fascinating because it merges heavy-duty truck engineering with supercar-level power output. Experts point out that HD trucks offer stronger frames, driveline components, and cooling capacity, making them ideal candidates for extreme horsepower when properly engineered. Why GM allows these builds and why it matters. GM could have shut this down. Instead, it chose to collaborate indirectly. Strategic reasons GM supports SVE builds. 1. Brand enthusiasm. These trucks keep GM at the center of performance conversations. 2. Platform validation. If a 6.2L Gen V block can survive 1000 horsepower with proper internals, it reinforces confidence in lower output factory versions. 3. Zero risk to core production. GM avoids warranty exposure at scale while still benefiting from the halo effect. 4. Dealer engagement. High-profile builds drive showroom traffic and brand loyalty. This is a classic example of controlled extremism, pushing boundaries without destabilizing the core business. The $900 million bet, GM's next-generation V8 for 2027 plus.